Good afternoon, everybody. How's everybody doing today?
Great.
Unless we start getting terrible feedback, I'm going to leave everybody's microphone unmuted. But if you guys got a lot of background noise, just do us a favor and just mute yourselves while you're not talking. I'm going to leave this open, a little bit informal today. I just want to give you a little bit of updates and what you can expect for the rest of this week and what we're working on moving forward. So I'm not going to take a lot of y'all's time today, being the evening, and also because I still have a lot of work to do on my end on our training side. But I'll go ahead and give just a couple more minutes to let anybody else coming in. I'm so glad that you guys are on here, though. That's very encouraging to see that you guys are taking time away from your weekends to hear me ramble a little bit. So it's very humbling. All right. So we got everybody in here. I'm just going to give everybody a little bit more time to join. Jay, welcome. Melody, Stephen, Susan, Anthony, Greg, Sandy Quinn, Chris Coyne, David, Rodney. Who else we got on here? Michael Coleman, Kaylee Davis, Icofield. Hope I'm saying that correct. Maysoon, how are you doing? Let's give a couple more minutes here. Just let people come in, and I think we'll be able to wrap everything up in about 15 minutes. Unless you guys got some good questions for me and you want to know anything else, I'll definitely keep it on. But other than that, brief update, and then I'm gonna go ahead and adjourn the meeting so I can continue the work so that we can have what I'm about to talk about ready for tomorrow, especially for our phone burner campaigns. All right, Joseph, welcome. David, Darren. Then I have someone come in with, looks like a default LG client services. Welcome. Right at the top of the hour, guys. I think I'm going to go ahead and begin the quick update and then open up for some questions if you guys have. Now, Sandy and Susan, can you guys give me some quick feedback? Are you able to hear me okay?
Yep, I can hear you.
Okay, awesome. Good.
Yes, Susan can hear you.
Awesome, Susan. Thank you. And Joni just joined us. How you doing, Joni?
Hey.
All right, good stuff. And we've got Justin Davis. We got to let Justin Davis in. Justin, how you doing, brother?
Oh, can you hear me okay?
I can hear you loud and clear.
Sorry, I had to log in there.
Awesome. Nina's on board. Okay, good stuff. How you doing, Nina? And Tim Klein. All right. Tim, did you make it in okay? Getting his computer audio set up. All right. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and begin. Just a little bit now. Justin, Tim, Munch, they've been working really hard this past couple weeks on doing the interviews and really solidifying that. And Justin's been doing a really good job. Tim Klein's been doing a great job. Munch has been doing a great job. Everybody who's been interviewing has been doing a really good job. The only part that we're trying to tighten up now is the reporting for those of you guys that are sending, especially working phone burner and the few zip campaign leftovers that we have. I know you guys want to be able to see your reports daily, so that's what we're working on. And bless your heart, Justin, I gave him this big old long spreadsheet for I think the whole month to try to update. And I mean, that can be a daunting task. So we want to start doing that daily. We're going to try to get that disposition daily. And as we add the retire code background, it will allow those daily reports for you to be able to disposition your prospects on a day-to-day basis. But if you're wondering if you got anybody on the calendar and you didn't get a spreadsheet at the end of the day showing anybody that was loaded on your calendar, please feel free to reach out and just shoot me a text and say, hey, was anybody on my calendar this week or today, or what happened on the last week? So we're tightening up the reporting process and still building the opportunity for those of you that want to do interviews to be placed on there. Now, one big change that I'm working on today as we speak is on the phone burner campaign. Right now, as it is set up, people are sending their interviews to about a 40-minute plus video. We're trying to shorten that. But in the meantime, we're going to make about a 5-minute video for phone burner. So what's happening is we're getting a huge, for most of us that are using phone burner, we're getting a really big response rate of people saying, yes, I'm interested in what you're doing. And then we give them the link to the video. They see that it's 40 minutes, and then they're thinking, well, I don't have time to watch it now. So it takes a lot of really steady follow-up to say, hey, have you had a chance to watch the video? And they said, yes, but I don't have 40 minutes to watch it right now. We're going to have to watch it over the weekend. So we're making a short 5-minute video for phone burner campaign that you're still going to be able to send them. Your links are going to stay the same. You don't have to worry about any links. The video will be updated automatically in the back end. And then they're going to schedule a 1-hour interview with our interviewers. At that point, they're going to ask those 7 questions and build a little bit of rapport, and then send them to the longer 40-minute video, but then follow up at the end of the hour. So the goal is to get them to move through the funnel quicker, to watch a 5-minute video that's going to overview really quick what we're doing. Basically, it's a virtual opportunity. And then get them to schedule a 1-hour interview with our interviewers. And then within that hour, have them watch the complete video and then see if they're interested. Hopefully to shorten the funnel and the time that it takes to get on board. Now, there were several people that we have this past week as a team that came on board. And we're getting some, it's humbling because we've gotten a few people that say, hey, this video was very informative and very good. And they are wanting to take the next steps in fast tracking or coming on board. Now, personally, I know the video needs a lot of improvement. When we get to the right information that we want on there, we'll probably have that professionally produced. So that's the update on that. So you're going to see a lot of new revisions on the video probably once every 2 weeks as we're going forward. Now, those of you that are on the ZipRecruiter campaign, I know that I told you we were going to send them on Friday. However, that campaign on the job boards is almost really dead stop. It's been very, very slow. So I didn't distribute the leads this last Friday because otherwise all of you guys on that campaign, I think there's only 9 of you that were on that campaign, would have gotten 5 leads on Zip. I did have a few more come in over the weekend. So this evening I'll be distributing those leads, whatever's available for them. And then we're working on another way to see if there's a more productive way to finish off the last week on your campaign so it'd be more fruitful than just a handful of leads coming in at the end of the week. Whether it's a week's worth of phone burner done for you and giving those leads, which will double up your efforts if you're already using phone burner, or if you're not using phone burner, to give you a week's worth of phone burner campaign, just kind of to make up for the slowness. Ever since this whole Corona deal came out, we saw a huge, drastic dump in our job board campaigns. But I will say this: if it was still 1, 2, or 3, or 4 agents on that campaign, it would have been awesome. So here's the goal with what we're doing on our marketing side, speaking to phone burner. So the goal is to use phone burner until you have about 3 agents that have fast track, which would give you about $6,000 and a little team. At which point you could reinvest into a job board campaign. So for example, let's say it took you a month to get 2 or 3 sales or complete fast tracks on using phone burner. If you reinvested into a 10-city campaign on ZipRecruiter, I know the last one cost us $560 or something like that with taxes. That's how you're going to be able to scale this thing up. Because, yeah, it might be a trickle of leads if you have to divide it amongst 9 or 10 agents. But if you're the only one on that campaign, it would still be a really good source of leads. So, and you wouldn't need 20 cities to do that. 20 city campaign cost us about $1,800 with all this additional boosting and with the remote tags on each of the city. So it doesn't have to be that expensive. Somebody brand new could reinvest about $560, maybe even less, into a job board campaign, and then double that up with Phone Burner and really scale things up. So that's what we want to do as a team. Have you work Phone Burner, get a couple sales, and then reinvest, you know, a quarter of the commissions that you make and put that into a job board and really move things up and cause that exponential growth rate using that. But the other thing that we're going to start showing people how to do that want to is to be able to start selling to the general public right away if they want. So the way it's going to look like, it's if you have a 4-hour work week and that's all you have, because we're really trying to get in front of agents that already have jobs that might be working full-time or successful with another deal that they may be doing. We want to be able to accommodate those people and just work like we're doing with Phone Burner, an hour a day, Monday through Thursday, where it doesn't take a lot of extra time, and to be able to build a team. However, those agents that have more time to invest, they can actually do both. We can do the growth phase, and we can get them to start selling insurance virtually to the general public. So you're going to start seeing more training on how we're going to be using this Zoom platform and the formats that we have that has worked for us in the past, not with this IMO, but what we were doing in the past, and show you how we can use the power of Zoom and video chat to really build some rapport with our clients in the general public. So we have those lead resources already available today through Mazuma and the RetireCo platform. So that's part of the update. Now I'm just going to show and tell a little bit of the staging that I've done with the Copycat University. This evening I will be doing the videos when my house is silent and my kids aren't screaming their lungs out. I'll start recording the videos for each of the section. But let me know if you guys are able to see my screen here. Uh-oh. Did my Zoom session freeze up? Not sure what's going on here. Hang on a second. Looks like I'm getting a little bit of a technical issue here with my Zoom. Hey, Courtney, welcome aboard. Courtney, if you missed a little bit of the update that I spoke to earlier, we are actually recording this call, so I'll shoot that out to you in case you missed anything here important. But we're having a little bit of an issue sharing my screen today with our Phone Burner. So good. All right, guys, I'm going to try to refresh the Zoom session. If you guys get kicked out, just use that same link that you used initially to get back in. I haven't had this happen before, so I'm not sure what's going on.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, can you guys still hear me?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. All right, awesome. I'm just going to share my screen briefly with you guys.
Who's that?
Okay, so Copycat University is where all our training and the roadmap and everything is going to be on. The point of this site is going to be where somebody can come in, enter the left side of the website, work their way through the right, and by the time they're done, have a perfect duplication going on. So the strategy is going to be in there, but we want to make this a simple 3-step process. It's going to be the setup from a strategy session and the marketing, and then the advanced training. So that's what we're going to have available through here. So for example, on the strategy side, we're going to have 2 main ways that you can approach this business model. builder strategy and a single agent strategy. And the reason is because we've had very few, but there are agents out there that say, hey, I don't want to build a team right now. I just want to use the tools that are available to sell interest to the general public. No problem. We will set them up with the tools that we have, do the training to the general public for those individual agents. And what we believe will happen is their eyes will be open. Once they start moving a little bit of premium, they'll start realizing, hey, I think it's better if I start building a team. I can teach this works. And then they can start merging into the builder strategy. So the way it's going to fit in is if you have minimal time a week to work, you're going to want to engage in the builder strategy, because that's what we're already doing right now. It's where we're texting to a lead, minimal invasiveness as far as in-home presentations, having to know the policies, and training as well. The single agent strategy, we're going to have a system as well, but it's going to be a little bit more invasive. There's going to be an in-home presentation where they can open up a Zoom session, go through a PowerPoint step by step, and get to a point where they can pull out the Part B medical questions, ask those medical questions, and once they're done with those medical questions, they'll be able to do what's typically called a phone drop in sales, where they'll be on video their whole time. They'll be able to call a manager or a product specialist, and then that product specialist will join also into the Zoom session, edify the agent that is in front of the client, letting them know that, hey, the agent you're sitting with is one of our best agents. They're taking really good care of you. And then based on the medical answers that they ask from the Part B medical questions, the agent can assist, or the product specialist can assist the agent in closing the deal and helping them with the electronic application. So it's a little bit more involved, but we're going to have a whole training session for that as well. Of course, the smartest, the quickest way to get into the passive income is by doing the builder strategy that we're teaching. But this is going to give us an option to do both or participate in one or the other. But by the time you're working full-time, if you guys do ever decide this is going to be a full-time position for you, you're probably going to want to do a little bit of both, using the builder and the single agent strategy. However, it still stands that the best way to do this, in my opinion, is to work with other agents to build premium and to build a team, and then month 5 or month 6 and on, leverage the money that you're making by then to really get the top shelf leads programs that are available, meaning appointments set for you, not just getting on the dialer for 125 and working the 2,500 leads of people turning age 65, or maybe even the Facebook real-time leads that come in. Instead of doing those type of platforms, you're working appointment sets where the appointment's already on your calendar and moving forward. So you have a higher operating budget. But guess what? Now we have options. So this is what I'm going to be doing this evening, is filling in the video sections or I should say this evening, at night to probably early morning, 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. And I'm going to be filling in these video sections along with making that short 5-minute video clip for the phone burner campaign. So I just wanted to give you guys that update. But this, going forward, is going to be a place where you're going to be able to see what is going on. It's also going to allow you to assist other new agents in training. So right now, myself and some of the other agents that we have are really getting busy with the training. This site is going to allow anybody who wants to or has time to go to assist us in training. So if somebody wants to learn how to set up phone burner, there's going to be a tab on this website where you can just send it to the agent and they can watch the videos. And then if they have any questions, they can either be a one-on-one, or we can outsource that work to a company that's been referred to us by Maysoon. And they're really, really good. I mean, they're going to be able to handle your whole business. If you want to scale up, you get to a point where you're making enough income and you don't even want to do phone burner, you don't want to lift a finger on that, they're going to be trained on running your back offices and any other additional info funnels, everything else that you need for nominal fee, and then they'll be able to take over your business from there. So there's going to be many ways that you can scale and grow without getting bogged down and tied down like I've been recently. So this is going to be one of the liberating strategies for me to be able to share the training task for new agents coming on board, and also to be able to give a tool for you guys to reference. Wait, I forgot. How did we do this? What was the text that we send out on phone burner? Or, hey, I just made a couple commissions and fast track some agents, what other resources are there for me to scale this thing up instead of just being on phone burner? Or what are their tools? If I do want to try selling virtually online, what are the tools that are available for us to do that? All that is going to be on this site right here. And then, of course, with updates. But the other thing we're going to have is, if you see on the right, this is a Zoom room. That's already active. If you go to copycatuniversity.com, instead of wondering what the meeting ID is going to be for the next Zoom meeting, you'll be able to just click on that link and it'll take you straight into our Zoom sessions. The goal for the near future for this is that an agent can go to that room and there'll be somebody live always on there monitoring, and an agent can jump in and say, hey, I just saw the video section for selling insurance to the general public, but I'm still a little bit lost. Can we get some help? And then there'll be an agent live on Zoom that can redirect them to the information. So the goal is to have almost a 24/7, eventually a 24/7 support Zoom room available for our agents. So that's what that's going to turn into as we build this thing up a little bit. But the whole map's going to be laid out on here. And that's what I'm working towards this week, just to make things a little bit easier. I know it's been a little bit crazy, so I'm grateful for all of you guys that have been hanging out with me, being patient to see this thing ramped up. But I'm just completely really excited to be able to get this thing rolled out for everyone, and also being a little bit more liberated from my telephone, so I can spend more one-on-one time with you guys and assisting you guys and supporting you guys in the teams. But that's really all I had for now. And then the brief update, I hope that wasn't too long-winded, but I'm going to go ahead and take this time to let you guys ask some questions. It looks like we had a few people that came in late. Melody, Dobrilla, sorry I didn't see you guys on the foyer there, but I am recording this session. So whatever you missed previously, I'll send you the link. And there's going to be 2 videos because I think it got broken up in between, but I'll send them to you so you can catch up on the update that we just did right now. Otherwise, in our next session on the calendar, we can talk more about it. But let me see. Can't hear anything. Okay. Am I mute? No, were you guys able to hear my whole last 5 minutes? I'm getting a few messages that I was muted.
About 30 seconds.
Okay. Did any of this make sense so far, or do I need to repeat some things?
That was pretty much straightforward for most folks. So.
Okay.
I have a question, Michael.
Okay.
I just need some clarification on agents that are not coming in fast tracking.
Okay.
And they're coming in at the 45%.
Okay.
And they're writing policies until they get to the 300. Are they writing the policies, or are we writing them?
No, they're writing the policies. It could be, I mean, you could write for them, which will take them through another tier, but no, they're writing the policy. So here's how that works. If somebody doesn't buy a policy on themselves to fast track, or doesn't have, some of these agents that are coming on board, they have a list of clients that they can use to write the policies to get the 75. So what happens if somebody comes in at 0, they have to write on their own pen $10,800 of annual premium to hit the 75%, right? So they're doing it on themselves. You don't have to write it.
Okay, so we're not making a 3,600 exchange on them at all.
No, that's why they have to get the 10,800 of premium on their own, and they're making that. So they're at 45, and there's a nice little margin there for you guys to make. Yeah, to make the override. So by the time they hit 75, you're actually making more than the $2,000 that you would make just from them fast tracking.
Okay,
and also
thanks.
Compliant from rebating or forcing people to come in at a payment level or anything like that. So we want to open it up for everyone, but that low contract is not because we're trying to be mean. It also allows us to both support the new agents, and we don't know where they come from. If there's an agent that has a history or is trying to take advantage of the system, that gives us enough margin there to be able to protect ourselves as well. But also it allows a sponsor or a sponsoring agent or agent that's in that hierarchy to be able to give resources to that new agent to start them out and be financially viable. It might be mailers, it might be leads, it might be a timeshare on phone burner, whatever it is to help that agent. You have enough margin immediately right off the bat to be able to be financially viable as you're assisting that new agent coming on board. But yeah, it's zero. You have to write $10,800 of premium, or if they get a $100 policy, they need to write $7,200 of AP to get to 75. Or if they get a $200 a month premium, they need to write $3,600 of annual premium to get to 75. And then there's a plan B. A plan B they have to qualify for. They have to be approved by their immediate sponsor and by a manager to be able to do part B. But that can be another way for somebody to grab a higher contract level starting out. And it's something that we're working out with some of our, I guess, senior agents like yourself, Sandy, Joni, Parov, Munch, Tim Klein, Justin Davis, and Chris Coyne. And I know that Mike Elsay, I think, is on there too. So we want to bounce that back, get that feedback from you guys as well on that part B. So we're still, it gives us some room to be able to play to see what's the best way to be able to help these agents that are stuck at the lower contract levels. I don't know if that made sense. Did I answer your question, Sandy?
It did. I need clarification for that when I do the interviews is all. Thanks.
Okay. And I can send you the, if you don't have it, and we'll have it on I think the site that I just showed you, Copycat University, but I can send you the options other than the $300 fast track. So you can show them, but that's based on their own pen. They're running their own pen.
Okay.
But we are working on a Part B plan as well to see if we can speed up the process for some people that are willing to let you write a policy for them. Do we speed them up a little, make it a little shorter? If you write the policies instead of them, that's one thing we're playing with. And your feedback, everybody's feedback is welcome as we're trying to, think about the, Plan B. Sorry, on Plan B. Any other questions?
Nope.
Here's a question in chat, Michael.
Oh, I have somebody. Okay, somebody asked on the chat, can I be sent contracting forms for your primary carriers prior to our Wednesday? Yes, Stephen, absolutely. If you haven't received contracting yet, let me send you on the chat box my email. And then also give me your resident state and your sponsor, and I can look up your sponsor if I don't have it, but definitely give me your resident state, your sponsor, and if you carry errors and omissions insurance, let me know about that. I better make the list here. So we need resident state to, and if you don't know who your sponsor is, just say, I don't know who my sponsor is.
It's Joni. Michael. Joni is the sponsor. Oh. Steven.
Okay, so resident state, I'm just going to put, okay, so that's Joni, sponsor. NPN, national producer number. And do you carry E&O? I'll go from there. Oh, also, if you want the contracting before Wednesday's call, let me know how you're planning to get started. If you want to grab the 75 contract level, that means that you're going to get a policy for $300 a month, or you're planning on owning $300 a month of premium, or writing $10,800 of premium, or letting someone else, if you have a client that's going to, or a couple clients are going to fulfill that premium obligation, and you're going to let your sponsor write those as a trading exchange, that can be another option. So I'm just going to put planned contract level. So I could feel, am I saying, are you on the call? I could feel, can you hear me?
Yes, Michael.
Am I saying your name correctly?
Porterfield, Stephen.
How do you say it?
Stephen with a PH, Porterfield.
Stephen Porterfield. Okay. So I see Stephen Porterfield and I see an ISCHO Field. Is that the same? Is that you also? Or is that two people?
Oh, that's Lorenzo, Michael.
Lorenzo. Okay, so Lorenzo and Stephen. Okay, awesome. And can Lorenzo, does he have my email address? Can you see it on there?
Yeah, KNSlice@gmail.
Correct.
How do you spell Michael's last name? Michael Joni?
Michael Courtney. My name is Michael Courtney. Courtney.
Courtney.
And then, yeah, and is Joni Shapley your sponsor?
I don't know.
That's who I had on the spreadsheet, Michael, for Calendly.
Okay. All right, perfect. I'll double check, but yeah, we want to make sure that you guys are signing up in the right team.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Michael Joni. Okay, yeah, I'm based in California, but I'm licensed in 12 states.
Oh man, awesome.
And I have,
awesome. Yeah, license that. Oh, that's gonna be. You can help. Maybe you can help Justin, the guys with interviews if you're interested in that part. We're gonna start doing more interview training, and Parov has suggested a rebuttal sessions maybe once a week. None of this is mandatory, guys. We don't want to turn into the type of a company that's forcing people to join meetings, but we want to have those available to help your business.
I'm all ears.
Awesome. Even you guys listening to me today is not even mandatory, of course. So I'm grateful that you guys are attending me and listening to my voice over your guys' weekend. But yeah, definitely anybody who wants to get contracted, that is ready to get contracted, go ahead and send me an email to that knslice@gmail.com. And if you don't see it, it should be in the chat box. Any other questions? Are you guys ready to adjourn?
I have a question.
Okay. Go ahead,
What is
Steven.
the plan?
What is the what?
What is the plan B? There's all I saw was your first video, which was on YouTube, which was 35 minutes. I haven't spoken with any manager yet.
Okay. Okay.
So I'm actually trying to get an idea what is the second option as far as
okay. So plan B. So do you understand the parts as far as coming in at 0, 100, or 200? Are you clear on that part?
No, I'm not clear on that.
Okay. So the fastest way to grab a 75 street level contract with us is to take ownership of 300 of monthly premium, right? The other options are coming in at 0. Don't get a policy, just go to work. So when that happens, you actually start at a 45 contract. So if you get $100, you can get 0, and then write 10,800 of annual premium, and that will move you to 75. Or you can get $100 a month policy to become a product of the product, and then you write 7,200 of annual premium at the 45 contract, and then move to 75. Or you can get a $200 a month of a month premium, and then you'll write 3,600 of annual premium at 45 till you get to 75 contracts. So grabbing a $300 a month policy, it could be $150 on a term, $150 on a whole life. It can be $150 on a loved one and $150 on another loved one. Or it can be a client that you're writing and you're letting your sponsor write as a training exchange to grab that 75 contract. Now, plan B is something that you get qualified for. Like if you don't want to get a policy right off the bat that way, or maybe because we're looking for suitability at the same time. So let's say you're down to your last $200, and then you're gonna tell your sponsor, well, I got $200 I can put into a policy, but this is really my last $200. Well, that's not suitable. We're not gonna let anybody come in that if we hear it in someone's voice that they're spending their last bit of money to get a policy just to grab a higher contract, we're not going to move forward that way. So plan B is if you qualify for plan B, what you can do is they'll let you write a policy on yourself with a carrier like United Home Life which will advance you your own commission. And then you can use that money to at least cover 3 months of premium and have additional income to invest in marketing. So that's what Plan B does. And Plan B will be a decision made between your immediate sponsor and the manager to see if there's an opportunity to move you to a higher contract level than the 45 and a temporary on a probationary period to see if that's something that would fit your experience level, or if it would give you enough advantage at that point where your last $200 doesn't have to be your last $200. It can be, I guess, a cash incentive for you to move forward, because some carriers will advance you your own commission. So that can be an option, but it has something that we qualify for. We got to look at that. We have to look at your situation to see if it's a suitable idea for you to do that. Otherwise, we just start at zero. We start at 45, no money in. It doesn't cost anything to join, and we just go to work. And then we'll do a strategy session. If there's no money to even put into marketing, then we want to see if your sponsor has room on their phone burner where they can do a timeshare with you to help you with marketing, or are there leads available that we can help somebody with to get out of that 45 contract. Was that helpful? Did that make sense?
Yes, it makes sense, very much so. Thank you for explaining that. So
No, my pleasure.
So who would my manager be if I'm working with Justin?
Oh, well, did Justin Davis, did he interview you, or were you referred?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was me, and then Katie W is David's sponsor.
Oh, okay. Okay. Awesome. Yeah. So Katie would be your manager. Yeah. Katie would be your manager. And then if you want to do Plan B or whatever, we can have another conversation. You, Katie, and I, or me and you, and just tell me how you want to start, what situation you want to start with, and then we can try to work out the best, best deal for you on that.
Okay. All right. The only person I have contact information for is Justin. So let's go to Justin and we arrange that conversation. Yeah,
you can tell you what. No, text me, or I'm sorry, you can email me at knslice@gmail.com and just give me your info, and then I'll find the next available spot on my calendar for you and I to chat, or somebody in our office that we can get you situated with there. Most of us on the call here are new. So that kind of gives you an idea of how this whole thing is working. Katie sent a text. She's actually, I hope she doesn't mind me saying, but she's part of the National Guard. So we're very grateful for people like her, and we want to help people like that. She's very busy as well. So this is something that she's able to do because she has Justin helping her do interviews, and then also myself to help with contracting and training, and other people like Tim Klein and others that can help assist people that are busy doing other things a lot of the time. So that kind of gives you a little bit an idea, because the way we're working with Katie is the way we're going to work with you as well.
All right. Thank you very much.
Do you have my email? Do you want me to put it up on the screen?
I just sent you an email. I'm not sure if it went through. It was Karen Nancy SLICE @gmail.
Yep. Yeah, that should be
the correct one.
David.
Yep, that's it. I'm not seeing it in here yet, but my server's a little slow, so I'm sure I'll see it. And then if I don't in the next few minutes, I can grab it from Justin, right?
Yep. Absolutely.
Actually, you know what? I'll even make a note here because I have access to Calendly. I can check it. I'm sorry. What your full name again?
My full name is David Rodney.
David. Oh, David Rodney. Yeah. Okay. I remember seeing you on the report. Katie W. Good stuff. Katie, are you on the call today?
I don't think she made it today.
I don't think she made it. Okay.
Okay. So did you want to put your email on the screen just so I make sure I have it, make sure I spell it correctly?
Sure. I was going to put it on this chat. Let me share it on PowerPoint for you. I think that'll be easier to read. Give me a moment here. I'll set it up.
What's going on? Tools.
And it's
Did you watch the press conference? Or did you see the press conference, the president? Did you see the press conference?
No, it didn't, Deirdre.
uh-oh, what happened?
All right, stop talking about this stuff. Don't start blowing up the
I
apartment.
just texted and said, or called and said, did you see it?
Don't start blowing up the
Why would
apartment.
that blow up the apartment?
Because we haven't been watching the press conference.
All right.
No, we're not watching the press conference. Press
Here you
conference
go.
every 5 minutes.
Are we all going to be farming soon? Is that what's going on? All right, guys. You guys see my email?
Yep.
Yes, I see it.
Okay.
Yes.
So that, yeah, so I did have it correct. That's what I have
Okay.
in my notes. Okay,
I'm pretty
great.
sure
Thank you
since
very
I
much.
end the Zoom, as
Oh,
soon as
please
I
don't have me on video.
Please, Thomas.
There we go, dude. Ronnie, I got you. Good stuff. Any other questions, guys?
I don't think I had any.
All right. Well, that's all I got to share this evening. I hope that was a little bit informative. And it just, again, if you guys need anything, feel free to reach out to me by email, shoot me a text. I don't do really well with phone calls because I'm on the phone all the time, but text and emails are a pretty good way. And as we get, especially today, if I can have the rest of today and this evening to finish the training site, that's going to start freeing up more time for me because it will help me in the training session and free up more time to help you guys as best as I can. And then we'll just move forward from there.
Sounds good.
Awesome, guys. Hey, well, you have a blessed rest of your weekend. I'm looking forward to working with each and every one of you guys. And thanks for taking the time again this weekend to listen to me ramble a little bit. And stay positive.
Yep.
Yep.
Thank you, Michael.
Don't let the cabin fever get you.
Yeah.
Thanks, Michael.
My pleasure, guys. You have a good one.
Yep. We'll see you later.
We'll see you later. Bye-bye.
Bye.